Hello, and welcome back to Word Journey, the place where we explore the English language through real-life topics and natural conversations. Today, I want to start with a question. Have you ever imagined spending an entire day without your phone? No social media, no text messages, no calls, no internet. Just you, your thoughts, and the world around you. For many of us, that idea sounds almost impossible, doesn't it? We use our phones from the moment we wake up until the moment we fall asleep. We check the time, scroll through messages, listen to music, watch videos, take photos, and even learn English, all with that one small device. But what would happen if we put it away for one whole day? That's what we're going to talk about in today's lesson, A Day Without a Phone. In this video, we'll explore what life might look like without our phones, learn new English words and expressions about daily routines and emotions, practice conversations about technology and habits, reflect on how our phones influence our lives and communication. By the end of this video, you'll not only improve your English vocabulary and speaking skills, but you'll also have a deeper understanding of your own relationship with technology. So, take a deep breath, maybe put your phone aside for just a moment, and let's begin our word journey together. Part 1. Our dependence on phones. Let's be honest, our phones are a big part of our lives. We use them for almost everything. From the moment we wake up, the first thing many people do is grab their phone. They check the time, read messages, or scroll through notifications. Let's listen to a short conversation between two friends, Historia and Alina, talking about this habit. Historia: Good morning, Alina. How's your day going? Alina: It's just starting. I woke up about half an hour ago. Historia: Did you check your phone first thing in the morning again? Alina: Guilty. I always do. I looked at my messages, social media, and the news. It's like my morning routine now. Historia: I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes I do the same. This short conversation shows how natural it has become for us to reach for our phones immediately after waking up. But what if we tried something different? What if we started our day without it? Let's imagine that. Part 2. Morning without a phone. Imagine it's morning. You wake up, but instead of picking up your phone, you just sit there for a moment. You notice the sunlight coming through the window. You stretch your arms. You take a deep breath. There's no rush to check messages or updates. The morning feels quiet, calm, and peaceful. You might even notice sounds you usually ignore: birds outside, the wind through the trees, or your own breathing. Historia: I tried spending my morning without my phone today. Alina: Really? How did it feel? Historia: Strange at first. I kept thinking I was missing something, but after a while, I felt more relaxed. I wasn't in a hurry to read anything or check notifications. Alina: That sounds nice. Maybe I should try that too. Without a phone, mornings become slower, but also more meaningful. You can spend that time preparing breakfast, reading a book, or simply thinking about your goals for the day. Part 3. Going through the day. Now let's imagine the rest of the day. Normally, during the day, we use our phones for everything: messages, calls, maps, music, and entertainment. But today, you've decided to live without your phone. At first, it feels uncomfortable. You reach for your pocket, expecting it to vibrate or ring, but it's not there. You realize how much you depend on it. Let's hear how Historia and Alina handle this situation. Alina, it's so weird not having my phone with me. I keep reaching into my bag, but it's not there. Historia, I know. It's like a habit. My hand automatically goes to my pocket every few minutes. Alina, I didn't realize how often I check it for no reason. Historia, same here. It's almost like my phone controls me instead of the other way around. That's an important realization. Many of us don't notice how automatic our phone habits are until we step away from them. Without a phone, you might also find new ways to spend your time. You might look around more when you walk outside. You might make eye contact with people instead of staring at a screen. You might start noticing details, the color of the sky, the smell of food, the sounds of the street. Suddenly, life feels more real. Part 4. Social connections without a phone. Here's an interesting thought. Our phones help us stay connected, but they can also make us feel disconnected from the people around us. Think about it. How often do we sit with friends or family while scrolling through our screens? We're together, but not really present. Let's listen to another short conversation. Historia, you know what I noticed today? Alina, what? Historia, when I didn't have my phone, I actually talked more to people around me. Alina, really? Historia, yes. I spoke to my neighbor while walking to work. Usually, I just listen to music and ignore everyone. But today, we had a nice chat. Alina, that's so true. Sometimes our phones make us forget to talk face to face. When we live without our phones, we start to engage more with the world. We listen. We look. We talk. We connect in a human way. That's something technology can't replace, real connection. Part 5. Feelings and emotions without a phone. Now, let's talk about how you might feel during a day without your phone. At first, you might feel bored or anxious. You might even feel like you're missing something important. That's normal. It's called digital withdrawal. But after a while, you might start to feel calmer and more focused. Let's look at another conversation. Alina, in the morning, I felt lost without my phone. I didn't know what to do with my hands. Historia, I understand. It feels strange at first. Alina, but later I felt free. I didn't worry about messages or notifications. It was like a small vacation from technology. Historia, exactly. It's nice to take a break sometimes. Vocabulary you can use to describe these feelings. Anxious, feeling nervous or uneasy. Bored, feeling like you have nothing to do. Relaxed, calm, and comfortable. Free, not controlled or restricted. Focused, able to concentrate easily. Using these emotional words in conversation helps you express how you truly feel. Part 6. Activities without a phone. So, what can you do during a day without your phone? Let's explore some ideas. Read a book or magazine. You can learn new things or enjoy a story. Take a walk. Go outside, breathe fresh air, and notice the world around you. Write something. You can keep a journal, write your thoughts, or even write a letter to a friend. Spend time with family or friends. Have real conversations without distractions. Listen to the sounds around you. Birds, rain, laughter, things we often miss when we have earphones in. Do something creative. Try painting, cooking, gardening, or playing music. Example conversation. Historia. So, what did you do today without your phone? Alina, I actually read a book for 2 hours. I can't remember the last time I did that. Historia. That's great. I went for a walk in the park. It felt so peaceful. Alina, see? We don't need our phones to enjoy the day. Part 7. Productivity and Focus. Without constant notifications or distractions, many people find they can focus better on their work or studies. Think about it. How many times do you check your phone while trying to study or complete a task? Each time you do, your focus breaks. But when you put it away, you can enter what's called a flow state, when your mind is completely focused and time seems to pass quickly. Historia. I was surprised how much I got done today. Alina, really? Without your phone? Historia. Yes. I finished all my homework in half the time. No messages, no social media, just focus. Alina, that's impressive. Maybe I should try that too. Part 8. Challenges without a phone. Of course, a day without a phone isn't always easy. There are real challenges too. You might get lost without GPS. You might miss an important call. You might not know the time. Let's listen to another dialogue. Alina, I got lost today because I didn't have Google Maps. Historia, oh no. What did you do? Alina, I had to ask someone for directions. Historia, that's not so bad. At least you talked to a real person. Alina, true. It felt a bit awkward, but also kind of nice. Sometimes, challenges can also lead to positive experiences. Asking for help, talking to strangers, and solving problems without technology can remind us of how capable we are. Part 9. Reflection. What we learn from a day without a phone. At the end of the day, when you finally pick up your phone again, you might feel a mix of emotions, relief, curiosity, and maybe even a little guilt. You might have dozens of messages and notifications waiting for you. But after spending a day without it, you may realize something important. You didn't really need it every minute. Historia. So, after spending the whole day without your phone, how do you feel? Alina, honestly, peaceful. I thought it would be hard, but it wasn't so bad. Historia. Same here. I feel like I had more time to think and enjoy simple things. Alina, I think I'll start having one no phone day every week. Historia, that's a great idea. It's like giving your mind a break. A day without your phone teaches you patience, awareness, and the value of quiet moments. Part 10. English expressions about technology and habits. Let's learn some useful English expressions that you can use when talking about this topic. Be glued to your phone, to look at your phone all the time. Example, many people are glued to their phones these days. Take a break from something, to stop doing it for a short time. Example, I'm taking a break from social media. Stay connected, to keep in touch with others. Example, phones help us stay connected with our friends. Unplug, to disconnect from technology. Example, I like to unplug on weekends and enjoy nature. Check in, to contact someone briefly to see how they are. Example, I usually check in with my parents every evening. Scroll through. To move down the screen looking at content. Example, I often scroll through Instagram before bed. Put something away. To keep it out of sight or stop using it. Example, I put my phone away during dinner. These expressions are great for conversations about technology, habits, and lifestyle. Part 11. Cultural differences. In some cultures, people use phones all the time, even during meals or meetings. In others, it's considered impolite to look at your phone when someone is talking to you. Historia. In my country, it's normal to keep your phone on the table during dinner. Alina, really? In my family, that's not allowed. We keep our phones in another room when we eat. Historia. That sounds healthy. It helps you focus on people, not screens. Alina, exactly. Learning how to talk about cultural differences is another great way to practice your English. Part 12. Lesson reflection and vocabulary review. Let's review some of the key vocabulary and expressions we learned today. Emotions. Relaxed. Anxious. Free. Bored. Focused. Phrases. I feel more relaxed without my phone. I realized how much time I spend on my phone. It was strange at first, but later I enjoyed it. I had more time for myself. I want to unplug more often. Try using these sentences in your own conversations or writing exercises. Part 13. Final conversation. Historia. So, Alina, would you spend another day without your phone? Alina, definitely. I think it's healthy to disconnect sometimes. Historia, me too. I felt calmer, more focused, and more present. Alina, maybe we should challenge our friends to try it. Historia, great idea. A one-day no-phone challenge. Conclusion. And that brings us to the end of today's lesson, A Day Without a Phone. We explored what it feels like to disconnect from technology, how it changes our emotions, and what we can learn from it. We practiced useful English words and expressions to describe habits, emotions, and reflections. Remember, your phone is a wonderful tool, but it shouldn't control your life. Taking a break from it once in a while can help you feel calmer, more connected to yourself, and more aware of the world around you. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Word Journey, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new English learning lesson. Thank you for watching, and remember, every conversation, every thought, and every story is another step in your word journey. See you in the next video.